Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and again, we're back here about midway through October, getting closer to Halloween and the King County Toy Show, which I should be going to again this year. Be looking forward to hopefully meeting some other toy collectors there. And today I'm going to take a look at the NECA Friday the 13th, the final chapter. This is probably the last time, well, I don't know, they might be able to do reuse this mold one more time for Jason, and then hopefully we'll get something a little bit more different, like maybe a part 7 or a Jason in space, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But they've definitely got their money's worth out of this mold now. And here we have a very glare. Where is that coming from? Glare heavy Jason Voorhees. Here we go. As you can see, there's a nice photo of what you can do with this figure. And here we have some items from the box. You've got Jason and all of his tools of destruction. You have an extra hand, cool little Pamela Voorhees gravestone there. We get 2 Jason heads. And then you got some box art on the side. And then on the back you have some more cool little photo images of him put together. It says, after his revival in a hospital morgue, the hockey masked murderer fixes his vengeful attention on the Jarvis family and a group of carefree teenagers. Young Tommy Jarvis is an aficionado in horror films, and his special talent for masks and makeup effects has the diabolical Jason finally met his match. In all the movies, it comes down to a kid shaving his head. This is how you defeat Jason. That's all it takes. But NECA and Real Toys have been doing a pretty good job with these Jason figures. I only had one that had some weird hip issues, so I can't wait to get a closer look at this. So give me a second here, and we'll open this up and we'll look and see what we got. Here we have one of my favorite movie monsters, serial killers, out of the package, and so far he seems very stable and well put together, so I can't really complain. The only thing that right off the bat bothers me is where they put the slit in his, let me get over here, where they put the slit, come on, into his hockey mask right here. You can see it cracked all the way down the mask, and there's some cracking down here too, which it's a little unfortunate. It just takes away a little bit of the aesthetic, but the other mask looks really good, so I might be able just to replace it with the other head. We'll see. Let's take a look at this. Wow. Wow. That is very gory, lovely, detailed, rotted head of Jason Voorhees. You got the scar there on the top of his head, all the wrinkling in there, his displaced jaw, his one bulbous eye, the ears. It's got that nice shine to it. They did a really good job on this head sculpt. I'm very impressed. You can even see down into his mouth. What an ugly looking dead guy we got here. And then the rest of him, you've got the same mold and items as on the previous Jasons, except for all of this one's skin tones match, which are nice. He has this nice rotted kind of brown look to his hands. He's got a lot of dirt on his pants, a little bit of blood smearing, nice wrinkle work. And then for articulation, he does have a head that goes around and does move up and down. I think it's on a ball joint there. And you can move his arms out a little bit. They do go up and down. His shirt is a little bit soft. He does have a single bend at the elbow. And he does have wrist rotation. And they do kind of go more than just, they kind of are more on a swivel. So you can get a lot more movement out of them. His joints are pretty tight, which are nice. He does have a waist that moves. And no real scab crunches or anything like that. He can do a mild split. His leg does go up and back thanks to his little weird rubber diaper area. And he does get a bit of a knee bend. And his feet kind of move a little bit, but not a whole lot, so you're not going to get a lot of movement out of his feet. But no, these are more for display purposes, and he is very fantastic. And then the other head that you get, oh, I guess there's some cracking on here, is the damaged face where he gets the machete jabbed into his head, and he kind of slides down on it in the end of the movie. It's a different sculpt. The mouth is more opened, the eyes closed, the other one's looking up. Still pretty gory head. Let me see if I can change them, if the mask will change. Yeah, so I can put the other mask on him, depending on which head I decide to go with. I'll probably go with this one. And let's just see if it pulls off easy. Oh, pretty good. He's just got a little stump there. Not too bad. And then you can put the other head on carefully. There. His other head is on. No real problems. And so while we got that on, let's break out the machete. So we've got our bloodied machete. And we should be able just to slide that in here. Oh, it fits perfect. And then in the movie, he ends up landing like this and slowly sliding down the blade, which works really well. Good job, NECA. That's a cool feature. He comes with a few other items, of course. You've got the tombstone of his mother, Pamela Voorhees, which is a nice little piece. And then he also has a knife, some blood on it here, some nice work on the handle. You can see the little metal bits and the wooden handle. I believe he uses the knife in the movie to kill the nurse. I think she might be his second kill. Let's see, we've got an axe, which he uses to kill the young lady in the towel, I believe. So when she gets out of the shower, uses the axe. There's no blood on the axe, which is a little weird. We have our handsaw, and oh, the mortician. He uses the handsaw on the mortician. That's right. Very nicely detailed. All these cool little tools. Got a butcher knife. Oh, I don't remember who he uses the butcher knife on. Does he even use the butcher knife in the movie? Man, I don't remember that one. You'll have to let me know if any of you remember who he uses the butcher knife on. And on the corkscrew, I believe he uses the corkscrew on McFly Sr. Am I correct? In this scene that he... Yeah, that's who he uses the corkscrew. Nice detail on the corkscrew. A little bit of blood on the screw part there. And last but not least, he has a different hand. To hold the other weapons. I mean, this one is probably, let's see, if we take the machete out of his head, it'll probably fit into this hand. So, you can give him a machete, an axe, whatever you want. I don't know, can he hold the corkscrew? How would he hold the corkscrew? Maybe the other hand can fit in there. You might be able to work that in there. I'm not going to really worry about it too much. That piece might, it's a little worrisome, might break off. And he could probably hold the hacksaw too, but it would take some work of flexing out his fingers to get him in there. I don't really want to force anything on these guys because sometimes they are pretty fragile. But yeah, they did a good job on this one. This is hopefully the last mold that we'll get of this Jason before they can move on to another one, if they do move on to another one, because they've been recycling this one for a while. But he's got a lot of cool detail, so hopefully you were able to pick this guy up when he came out. I picked him up from Toys R Us a little while ago, and I think he's a great Halloween figure. Of course, not Halloween the movie, but I mean for this season that we're into here. And he's got some crazy gory details on that head. That head sculpt is fantastic. God, even the veins going back in the back of his head. Man. Good job, guys. And as always, this month I will be giving a movie recommendation, and it is not a Friday the 13th movie because everybody's probably seen them by now. And I'm trying to get movies that you may not have heard of. And we just finished watching the other night for movie night, Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer. And if you have not seen this, it's not a great movie, but Robert Englund's in it, and the demon that he turns into is fantastic, and it reminded me of kind of like a mutated Sweetums from the Muppet Show, maybe with a little bit of a Cthulhu-esque twist to it, but it's very interesting. It's about a guy who's got some issues with anger due to seeing his family getting eaten, and as he grows up, he has problems, and he ends up releasing another type of demon that possesses Robert Englund, and well, he has to do battle, and his anger becomes an asset. But it's really well done. Everybody liked the movie when we watched it, so this is my recommendation for this time. If you've seen this, let me know what you think. And if you haven't, I would try to track it down. I'm not sure if you can. Most of these, I don't know if you'll be able to find them on Netflix or Hulu or anything like that. You can probably try, but I like, as you can see, physical copies of stuff because I want to be able to watch whatever I want when I want. And you can't do that anymore on Netflix or Hulu because stuff just disappears and they can't hold the licenses for things for very long anymore. And they don't always have movies kind of like this one. But anyway, I think I've been rambling on a little long here, so that's my recommendation. And as always, hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies. And subscribe for more if you dare. I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video, and if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that will be over here, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below where you can do that as well. And again, thank you.